All right, this demo is for the tailstock clamp on page 163. Okay, let's get this thing started. We're going to be in a part inch template. And all right, let's get this here. Okay, I'm going to start off just making the box. So get this going front, sketch on it. So the part looks like it's 4.750 long and 1.5 tall. So let's go ahead and corner rectangle, like that, and we'll give it a smart dimension length 4.75, and let's give it a height of 1.5. And it looks like the depth is 2.625, so let's go ahead and take that. Features, extrude boss base, and 2.625. All right, so that is our box. All right, let's see, what shall we do first? Let's go ahead and cut out the front. I'm going to do the front a little differently than I've shown you before. So we're actually going to make the bottom right cut, the bottom left cut, and then those angle cuts all at the same time. So we're going to sketch on here, but I'm going to do it a little differently this time. All right, and let's go to the front view, and turn off the shadow there. All right, so here we go. So let's go ahead and corner rectangle. The first part's easy, these little corner cuts right here are no problem at all. Going like that. I'm going to do this purposely off so that I can give them some relationships there. And it looks like we have distance from here to here, and that's a 0.5. And we have from here to here, and that is a 0.25. And then we have a from here, you guys remember this part, to here, and we have 3.75. And then notice we still have a blue line at the top there. What I'd like to do, hit escape a couple times, is take that line, hold the control key down and take that line and make them collinear. And you'll notice now they're both solid. So we're ready to go on those. Okay, now here comes the funky part. We're going to do these angles, but we're going to do them a little differently than I've shown you before. I'm going to start with no shift at signs like in AutoCAD. We're just going to draw a line. Whoops, not like that. Sorry. Going to draw a line. Yeah, somewhere along there, and I'm going to go ahead and pick that off. Now notice that it went to the midpoint right there. I'm not really interested in that midpoint right now, so I'm going to delete it. And I'm just going to, just so there's no orientation, and I do want it coincident to that edge. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to go ahead and just draw a line here and plop it in. And that's coincident, that's coincident. So I do want the line, the edge to be coincident. So we're going to go ahead and make that coincident so we know it's on the line. But notice that I don't have the top edges of the angles. Here's the way I'd like you to do it. We're going to do what's called convert entities. I don't want to draw a line on top of this because I might miss it. If you miss it, it's kind of a mess. So instead, we're going to convert it. So we're going to convert this line and this line, or that edge rather, those edges, sorry, to lines. I'm going to convert, and I have the green check. And now you'll notice that they're lines, but they're going too far. So next we're going to trim those out. And trimming is a little different in SolidWorks than in AutoCAD. When you do trim, all you do is just kind of hold your mouse button down and drag it. And as you drag through, it trims. Just left click and hold, drag it. See how that trims it? And then you'll notice that it's kind of creating the triangular region there. And there we go. So check that out. That's pretty cool, huh? All right, so let's see. Then they give us a distance, smart dimension, from the bottom, no, sorry, from the top rather, to here. It's supposed to be 0.750. Okay, the reason that's happening is because, see that midpoint right there? I don't want that to be there. I'm going to delete that midpoint guy right there. Okay, so I don't want you to use, it's almost like an O snap, but be careful with those because sometimes they're right and sometimes not so much. Pan over there. By the way, when I pan over, I'm holding the control key down and the middle mouse button down and panning left and right. Okay. All right, so let's try that again. Smart dimension, I'm going to go from here to here. I do want it to be 0.750. It's because it was at that midpoint, so I'm just going to go ahead and take that. That's fine. And then I'm going to take, again, see that coincident? That's fine. So I'm going to take this point and hold the control key down and get that point, and let's make those horizontal. Okay, see how's that moved down a little bit? Perfect. Now we need the 30-degree angles. So let's go ahead and smart dimension that from here to here. And let's give that a 30. And we'll do the same thing over here. So they gave us 30 on both sides, so we're going to do 30 on both sides as well. And you see that's not 30. We're going to go ahead and 30, boom. And you'll notice that we have black lines all over the place. So the idea is now we want to extrude that through. So let me just tilt this just a little bit so you can sort of see what's going on. We're on the front plane, but now we get this weird kind of issue, if you will, in SolidWorks, is that if you're going to do more than one shape, it makes you, when you're going to go do your shape and you're going to go ahead and extrude cut, you have to see, nothing's happening. There's no yellow there. You actually have to pick the surfaces that you want to go through. So holding the control key down, you're going to pick that surface and that surface. So it needs to know which ones you want to put through. And that one, don't pick the lines, just the surfaces. And you'll notice that over here, you'll see that there's 4 regions that we're shooting through. And then then you see the yellow lines come. And we're going to go ahead and through all that. And green check it. Boom. Nice. All right. Let's see. It looks like we have a couple more to do. We have a groove coming through here. So we're going to go ahead and pick on this surface and sketch on it. We'll go to the right side view. And we'll make that. So I'm going to do the same sort of thing again because I'm not going to try to draw on these surfaces here. So I'm going to go ahead and create a box. So I can kind of drag it where I want it. And obviously this box is going to this surface right here, but I'm just going to drag it through. And what I want to do is I want to make this line and that one collinear. I want to make this one and that one collinear. So you see what I've got there with the groove there, and then we're going to go ahead and smart dimension. I believe this was 0.38, 0.438 both ways. 0.438. And on this side the same. 0.438. And we have all black lines. I'll just tilt this to show you where we're at there. Notice it's kind of floating a little bit there. See that? It's because it's on that plane. It's not going to matter though. So we're going to go ahead and finish the dimension. We're going to features, extrude cut, through all, and green check it. All right, so we're almost there. Next we have a hole on the top, so we're going to go ahead and sketch on that surface right there. Right click and sketch on it, and we'll go to the top view. And let's go ahead and plop our circle in. Perfectly placed right there. Yep. And let's see. Let's go ahead and give it a size. I believe it's 0.750. 0.75. And let's locate it. I think it's 2.375 from the right. So smart dimension from here to here. Oops, missed it. Sorry. Smart dimension from here to here. And 2.375, and then from here to here is 0.875, like so. And we've got black lines. I think that looks pretty good. We'll go ahead and finish the dimension, features, extrude cut, through all. So let's just kind of see what this thing looks like. Let's put this in a nice 3D view. And let's go ahead and put a little shade on it. So there's our part. And what you'll notice if I put this in a different graphics, I put it in hidden line mode, you'll notice that when I go to the front view, you'll see the hidden lines there. When I go to the side view, you'll see the hidden lines there. And if I go to the top view, you'll see the hidden lines for the groove going through. That all gets played out later on when we get into the dimensioning and putting it on sheets. For right now, that's the part I'll be looking for. And let's go ahead and save this as, put this near my documents. Let's call this, I actually have two different tailstock clamps, so let's call this tailstock clamp 163. So I'll put this on my desktop because I don't want to mess this up. No, you know what, I'll put it right here. SolidWorks. Again, put please page 163 at the end because I have two tailstock clamps and that could get confusing. And that is it.